God gives growth to those who seek atonement with the Lord. The idea is that we have to make up for our sinfulness. But we can never really truly make up for our sinfulness what I should say is we can seek to be at one with God. That's where we get the word atonement, at one. This seeking to be at one with God may involve letting go of old practices and then being attached more fully to what is new and life-giving. Our first reading presents the struggle of the early church in trying to incorporate the Gentiles. And the Gentiles are non-Jewish people. So trying to incorporate these Gentiles into this early new church. The struggle involves whether the non-Jewish believers have to fully accept all of the old practices of Judaism, or whether they can be just attached onto, as he who gives life, Jesus, and as a result, produce a fruitful product for God. In our passage from the Acts of the Apostles, the first reading, St. Paul and St. Barnabas meet opposition when they return from their first missionary journey. Some of the members of the church in Antioch, which is a community in modern-day Turkey, had sent Paul and Barnabas on their journey. They pushed for a full practice of Judaism by the Gentiles, who have become believers in Jesus. As the dispute arises, the faith community in Antioch seeks to send Paul and Barnabas to the church leaders in Jerusalem. Paul and Barnabas travel through several regions on their way back to Jerusalem. As they travel, they share how the non-Jews, the Gentiles, have accepted the gospel of Jesus, what they call the good news. The dispute, which concerns whether the non-Jews, the Gentiles, need to fully practice Judaism, continues and is debated in Jerusalem. And that's where our first reading ends. Now, if we turn to our gospel, in John's gospel, which I just read to you, Jesus speaks about his being the true vine, which gives life to the branches. Jesus' Father is referred to as the vine dresser. That means he clips and he clears and he cuts away the unproductive branches and removes those lifeless branches, which will rob the fruitful parts of from the branches which need the nutrients. This makes it possible for the productive branches to grow bigger and stronger. This is what Jesus means by pruning the branches. The branches must stay in contact with the vine. This pruning of the branches is not meant to prevent or punish, but is meant to be life-giving, so they can grow more and more stronger in their faith. We, all of us here, are the branches. We are called to bear fruit. We cannot bear much fruit unless we are pruned in order to bear a fuller growth and to produce abundant fruit. We need some of our old self removed and renewed so it can receive more nourishment from the vine and produce the richest harvest possible. Once we receive the flow of life from the vine, that's Jesus, we can bear delicious fruit. If we do our best, others will benefit from our fruit. They will be blessed by the fruit of the vine, which is Jesus. The real source of growth and fruit comes from the vine and the work of the vine dresser, Jesus and his Father. We are merely the branches. All of us have activities and attitudes in our lives that do not promote positive growth. Those need to be removed so we can be more fruitful in living out the good news of Jesus.